In the quest for a sustainable future, the global community is increasingly turning to clean energy solutions to combat climate change and reduce reliance on fossil fuels. From the sun-soaked plains to bustling urban cities worldwide, the shift towards renewable energy sources makes a transformative journey towards a greener Earth. Clean energy, often hailed as the cornerstone of sustainability, refers to energy generated from renewable sources that produce little or zero emissions. These sources include solar, wind, hydro, geothermal, and biomass power. Unlike traditional fossil fuels, clean energy offers a pathway to energy independence while mitigating environmental degradation and climate impacts.
Clean energy is an energy that is generated from clean sources. So let me explain further. Okay, so there are some energy options that are termed not clean. Why? Because they have some damaging impact and effects on the environment, on health, and generally on the planet. So a clean energy source takes into consideration the impact on the environment, on the people, and also on the planet. A typical example is the sun. I mean, the sun is pretty, up right now, and a lot of energy is being wasted when the sun rises and sets every day. That is not being tapped. It's estimated that if we put a solar panel on 1% of the landmass of Nigeria, we should be able to generate enough energy to power ourselves for a very long time, if not up to a year. So that's basically what clean energy means. And the sources include sun, the wind, small hydro, even biomass. That means wastage. I mean, what we call waste to power.
In Nigeria, a country blessed with abundant natural resources, the journey towards clean energy has been both promising and challenging. With initiatives dating back to the early 2000s, Nigeria has gradually embraced solar and wind power solutions, albeit with varying degrees of implementation across regions.
The level of awareness of clean energy technology, using solar as an example in Nigeria currently, it's really on the rise. Every day, everybody is getting aware. But I agree that we still need more awareness creation. We need more knowledge. We need more information. I mean, great job that you're doing to put it on air so that people can see it. Then, recently in Nigeria, we have been seeing a big push for the deployment of renewable energy. However, there are a few constraints. I'll mention 2 or 3 of them. Number one is the initial capital cost. So a typical example is some of the barbers that we have displaced their generators, and we have done several thousands in Lagos and across the country. They buy a generator for maybe 20,000 naira, and then they're buying fuel. Before fuel became expensive, they buy a liter for maybe 189 naira or 360 naira per liter, and then they buy it every day. So it's economical because they are paying as they go. They don't need tons of money to buy the energy source. However, if you want to do solar, for the same capacity that will displace that generator, you need between 500,000 and 1 million naira currently. So it's expensive, in quotes. However, there are business models that has made it economical and affordable. And it's called the pay-as-you-go system or lease-to-own, where you install a solar system for a client, and then you do some calculation to see how much they are spending on their generators, and then you take part of it as your repayment, either weekly or monthly, for 2, 3, 4 years, creating affordability. That's what we're doing in Nigeria now and some other companies. So the issue of affordability is number one. Many potential customers feel that solar cannot power my fridge, my freezer, my air conditioner, my washing machine. I mean, it's very wrong. I mean, solar can power any capacity if it is well designed and we use standard quality products. I mean, I live in a house that for 10 years has been powered completely by solar in Lagos. So it's possible, and it takes 2 of my air conditioner, my fridge and my freezer, my washing machine, my pumping machine. So, I mean, I can afford to completely cut off from the grid.
Despite facing hurdles such as infrastructure limitations and funding constraints, Nigeria's commitment to clean energy remains steadfast, driven by the urgent need to address energy poverty and environmental sustainability.
I prefer that we Nigerians, we should go for the gas. Yes, it might be expensive, but it's more good for our health. Like, when we're talking about the energy stuff, it is more preferable than we using the charcoal.
I prefer using gas. It's faster and doesn't cause any pollution or anything.
I use charcoal to cook. It's not that I prefer it. It's because of management of Nigeria. So we use charcoal because it's economic than gas.
They use charcoal. Now even I know they use gas because gas too expensive.
I still choose gas because it's less stressful and the maintenance is very okay and it's less stressful than using charcoal.
Over the years, clean energy has undergone a remarkable evolution, driven by technological advancement, policy interventions, and growing public awareness. What once began with humble beginnings, primarily relying on hydropower and wind energy, has now expanded to encompass a diverse array of renewable sources. Beyond technological advancements, the true power of clean energy lies in its ability to empower communities and uplift livelihoods. In rural areas where access to electricity is limited, off-grid solar solutions offer a lifeline, providing reliable power for homes, schools, and healthcare facilities. Similarly, initiatives to promote clean cooking technologies not only improve air quality, but also create economic opportunities for local artisans and entrepreneurs.
Let me first commend the governments of Nigeria for some initiatives that they've taken in promoting clean energy sources in Nigeria. And why am I saying this? I'm comparing this year 2024 to year 2012 when I got into the space, where there was almost no support. Okay, but today we are seeing governments putting resources behind the Rural Electrification Agency to deploy a lot of solutions. There's what we call the mini grid in several communities now. We have the energizing education, energizing market. The Ikori market is under a program now in collaboration, partnership between private and government sector using the Rural Electrification Agency. So we're seeing a lot of opportunities in this space. However, there's still more to be done. Recently, the Nigerian government gave some incentives to gas for cooking, principally. We also expect that to be put in place for clean energy sources, right? So if gas has some incentives for cooking, clean energy technology should have also similar incentives so that Nigerians can have access to power. So we require government to create more incentives for the sector. And then we see a lot of collaboration between government and private sector.
In our shared future, clean energy emerges as a beacon of hope, illuminating the path towards a brighter, more resilient world. As we embark on this journey, let us not only embrace the promise of clean energy, but also heed the call to action, knowing the choices we make today will shape the landscape of tomorrow.